North Korea says they are a socialist paradise to their own people. What do you say?
Paradise,
They're a socialist paradise.
Where you can choose between 18 haircuts.
Where grasshoppers are the biggest source of protein.
North Korea for you.
What the fuck? I had to stop my car for a second. I was like, what is this girl saying? Grasshopper is the biggest source of protein in North Korea for the people.
They do have artificial meat, right?
They have nothing. People are left to forage on their own. Nothing. No trade, no land, nothing.
So how do they like, I've seen travel bloggers traveling to North Korea.
But they only go to Pyongyang, yeah.
Yeah, they only go to Pyongyang.
They're not allowed to film outside of a certain area. They're not allowed to go outside of a certain area.
So I just saw that, one of the film bloggers, YouTube bloggers was in Pyongyang and he was staying in one of the hotels. So there was this poster of Kim Jong-un that he liked very much and he wanted to take it as a souvenir. So he took off that poster. It was, I guess the poster was in a washroom or in the similar kind of vicinity. So he took off that poster and he rolled it and then he kept it in his bag. And there was this another travel blogger in that same travel group, because North Korea has guided tours.
Of course.
You need to be with a guide always and you need to go to places that they show you. It's pretty much, they tell you a movie that has already been directed. Yeah. So it's that way. So there was this another travel blogger. So there were a bunch of travel bloggers in that very group. So another travel blogger, he got to know that, he stole a poster from there and he was silent about it. So the next day, they look up to CCTVs that who took the poster of her master. And of course, a sort of a mini unrest happened in the
within the
hotel.
Within the circle.
Within the
Who
hotel.
the fuck?
Who the fuck dared to keep a photo of Kim Jong-un themselves?
NFT le gaya hamari.
Yeah. So they looked at surveillance cameras and then they found out the person, the YouTube blogger, and then he was prisoned.
Is he alive?
No, he was prisoned to 20 years.
Yeah, there was this American boy also, right? Who returned, who they sent back to America after 14-15 years. He was already brain dead by the time he reached.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest... She was saying rape is not a crime.
What?
Rape is just a normal thing. The biggest crime that you can do is not have a photo of Kim Jong-un in your house. That would get you executed. But rape is not a crime.
I mean, can't females report a rape?
Who do you report to? The police?
Yeah. The police are the culprits.
What? Where do you go to? It's a circle.
Oh man, that's so fucked up. Listening this is a different thing and then you experience all this.
So we don't have... I was thinking about this going to my class. I was listening to on my way to class this morning.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this as I can listen to it all day, but I can never internalize this.
Yeah.
I will never be able to internalize this in a way that I feel what it was like.
Yeah,
because I'm driving in an AC car, going to a class on my own free will.
So there is this another travel blogger, his name is Drew Binsky, and he's traveled all countries in the world. So he was talking about North Korea in one of his, documentaries. So he said that I was clicking pictures of, kids playing football around me and it was allowed. I was with the tour guide and he's back in America, he's safe. So he was saying, big thumbs up to Drew Binsky. So he said that I was clicking pictures of, kids around me, females and men, there was this wedding going on. So I clicked there.
Because that's what they show you, right?
Yeah, so there was this wedding going on. So I recorded them recorded it for them, their wedding. So it was like that. So he said that he asked one of the, localites there, and he asked that, so in the guided tour, there was a movie as well in a cinema hall. It is a part of their itinerary.
Propaganda movie.
Propaganda
kind of
movie.
Thing, right?
How good North Korea is, what good they do.
There's some on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
There's a North Korean YouTube channel.
Wow. Just don't get banned or cancelled.
No, North Korean government YouTube channel.
Oh.
Shelling out propaganda. Look
Yeah.
how good we are.
So there was this movie. So he asked the local that apart from that movie, what do you guys see? So that guy said that movies are smuggled here. So first of all, he refused to come on camera because he'll get executed. So there was this audio only. So he said that we do get to see Hollywood films, but people over here reject those films.
Yeah.
Because they believe it is too good to be true, or they just don't believe that all of this happens. So in North Korea, the population that owns a car, a four-wheeler to their names, is I guess 2% or 3% of the people.
It's within Pyongyang.
Yeah.
It's the 10% of the people, of the whole population.
Of the whole population that afford a four-wheeler vehicle. And they said that in Hollywood movies, people are driving freely, they are talking to each other, they are happy.
So that's why they don't want to show that.
Yeah, and I mean that's so sad about North Korea. That
the structure is made in a way. She explained that the 90% of the population is kept starving with a reason. They're kept starving with purpose. That all they think about is the next meal. So when you only think about the next meal, you don't think about other things. Movies, songs, freedom, revolution.
Wow.
So the 10%, it's like the Hunger Games, the movie, this book, Hunger Games. It's the same structure. The 10% in Pyongyang are prosperous. The government officials,
the nobleman,
Kim Jong-un,
clergyman, yeah.
They're good. China feeds them, they're good. Rest, the 90% population is left on their own to do whatever they can to be alive. The 90% population is in a state of perpetual starvation on purpose, so that they don't think about anything else.
If they don't have tourism, they don't have natural resources, they don't have any bilateral trade with any country or any
China is the answer to the question you're looking for.
I mean, no, China cannot feed off an entire nation. They must be doing something.
They don't need to feed off the entire nation. That's the point. They only need to feed off Kim Jong-un and his family and whatever people he chooses to feed. Otherwise, the rest, they don't need to feed them at all.
Also, with feeding and with Kim Jong-un mind, especially clicked in my mind. So there was this another part.
And he's a fat guy.
Yeah. I was coming to that. So in North Korea, there is a crime if you have your waist above 32. That's a crime.
What?
It's a crime to have a waist above 32.
How can you have a waist? So North Korean average height is 4'10".
It's a crime. Still, it's a crime that you should not have a waist more than 32 or 34.
Because
either of the two.
Because my guess is because if your waist is over 32, you did something wrong. How did you get the food?
Yeah, exactly. And Kim Jong-un
is an
guy. Obese person.
Yeah, he's obese.
And it is also in a North Korean scenario, if you go and if you ask normal people, so it is stated in their constitution that Kim Jong-un can control the weather with his mood.
They're shown as God, right?
Yeah.
They have the whole Bible story that Kim Jong-sil, whatever the grandfather's name was, he gave the world his son Kim Jong-il for the good. So they are gods. Kim Jong-un is a god. He's the grandson of God, Jesus. He's the grandson of North Korean Jesus. So that's the whole narrative. And that's how they live off. The 90% population is starving. No food at all. Nothing. No killing of animals because animals are government's properties. You'll get executed.
What?
Yeah, you cannot kill an animal. You cannot kill anything. You cannot pet an animal. You cannot do anything.